Hey, Gems. Baby, I wrote a poem for Love and Mary Tunstall. Now, don't forget, I got a little sneaky link that's going to be coming up here with me when I do this show today, Talking Shit with Shayna. So here is the poem before we go on. Love and Marriage Huntsville. Carlos King did his thing. There are surprises and bumps in the road. We see Carlos has selected the right cast. He has broke the reality TV code. On Love and Marriage Huntsville this season, all the aces are in their places. Now, sure enough, Miss Wanda pulls up. Marcel certainly gives a fuck. She puts her son-in-law on the spot. Sure enough, Miss Wanda said, respond and connect those dots. Tisha has discussed and grounded her communication. But Marcel knows from Miss Wanda there will be no fornication. Kimmy, Monster, and Reese talking to their son going away to college. He needs the peace. Monster opened up about the DUI and his friends' jokes. Maurice and Kimmy was right. Don't listen to those folks. Kimmy and Maurice talks about all their success projects. While it's alleged Chris talking about the Scotsmen having sex, Kimmy got straight to it and questioned about the NDAs. If Reese says the wrong answer, the Scott women might be parting ways. Reese said, I don't have any side chicks. I bet the non-watchers will debate on this for views and clicks. Destiny introduced us to her life in real estate. An old friend dropped by, Martell. He's telling us how he and Destiny can relate. They both are side parents. Did y'all catch the shade? Wow, I felt that. It cut like a blade. He brings up Arionne, boom, boom. Y'all, Martell is clearing these internet rooms. She's his woman. She might get the ring. Letting you know this is not a fling. It's absolutely a slap and a ding. Boy, Amita's face is on the sting. Now, Destiny brings up the Scottman thing. She emphasizes he's rebuilding. He needs to resolve this thing, but he's not unwilling. We now see Big Ken and Marquez, but Marquez keeps messing around. Wait a minute. We now see Big Ken and Marquez. Marquez keeps messing around. Ken is going to kick that ass. It takes a real man to accept another man's kids. Marquez says one thing and do another thing, but his heart forbids. Set a play date with the kids. Marquez is lost in time. But what does he care? He won't lose a dime. Nell and Chris. Nell is talking about Lance struggling with his new baby. What? Why we didn't know that Lance had another lady? Nell is mad because how people came after her for speaking to Martell and his significant other. Now, I'm questioning, are you a follower or are you a mother? Martell wants Nell to say sorry, and she does apologize, but she deep down know Martell tells plenty of lies. Tune in this season, watch and see. If you don't have cable, watch it on OWN network or on your phone. It's free. Next week, I am Knuff. Not looking at it would be very tough. I know you hate to love it, but you must admit, not a meter dwarf. You can join the crew as the Bessemer cutoffs. So I'm letting you know, you need to be joining the Bessemer crew. That's I'm gonna cut off. That is, you need to be watching Love and Marriage Huntsville season 10 because it's gonna be explosive. It's gonna be on fire, and we're moving forward. Now, let me tell you my desire. Talking shit with Shayna is about to pop up here on this stage. Now, baby, I just want to ask one question before they come up. Why is everybody still mad? Martell moved on with Arionne, soon to be Mrs. Holt. Here they go, baby cakes. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, you know, I did a little boo boos on the point. Diana Rose is in the house. Hi, everybody. Hi, Harper. Hi, Miss Gail France, Miss Bree, and only Deshonda is in here, and she cutting grass. She is multitasking. The Dear Ree show is here. Miss Ira, how are you? Ira, how are you? Well, come on, baby. I want to hear all you got to say because you know I'm not going to do a lot of talking today. You know why. Go ahead, girl.
Well, hey everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Hey NIECY. I didn't speak to you yet.
Hey,
For me, we just gonna
who
get
are
into it.
you? Who are you?
I am talking shit with Shauna, although Marcella likes to call me Shayna. It's Shauna. That's all right.
Y'all
Y'all
like
gonna
and
get it either way.
subscribe. Like and
Y'all gonna
subscribe
get it
to
either way.
Talking Shit with
And
Shauna.
yes, I am a content creator, formerly known as Making Your Headache. Still me. But let's talk Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 10. We start off with our girl, Miss Wanda. We love that lady. Love her. She's funny. She's hilarious. She is all of the things. But Wanda,
I'm
you
gonna
you,
lie.
you may be a little
I'm
bit
talking
mad
about
at me
you.
for this one, but that's all right. You're gonna be all right.
No,
I'm gonna hold
no,
your
why? I'm
hands
talking about you.
when I say this. Wanda, what's your point? What's your point? You keep trying to find out about whether or not Marcel is cheated, but what's your point? What end? You once you know something, you have to do something about it. Why are we still in this did you mess with another woman place? I don't care what Martell said. I don't care what he did the interview about. None of that matters. Your daughter looks ridiculously uncomfortable when you start asking questions about whether or not her husband cheated. And you keep asking questions about whether or not her husband cheated. What's why are we still doing this? Why are we still there? If
I agree.
Marcel and Tisha are good, then let Marcel and Tisha be good. Because here's the thing, Wanda will pick that bomb up and throw it, but you forget a lot of people are going to get hurt when it explodes,
Right.
namely Tisha and those kids. Because if you're not trying to break their marriage apart and you're not trying to completely blow everything up, constantly coming for the cheating thing, even when we, the fans, let it go, if you keep fueling it,
Mm-hmm.
you keep the fire burning. So then it keeps
Mm-hmm.
that we've been talking about Marceau potentially cheating for so many years without having any real evidence per se. And
And
if this
listen,
if he
listen,
slept with this woman 10 years ago,
what do we have to do with that? Like, we want to know what's going on current. Also, after that interview, ain't no way I would have asked my daughter anything about that particular woman with that ghetto, low class interview that they had that proved nothing. She didn't have no kind of facts. She said everything that we know already. So, girl, don't. Miss
and to
Wanda,
me that
you know
that
I ain't got
interview,
no problem with you, Miss Wanda, but let it
none.
go. Let it go.
I love you, and I am holding your hands when I say this. Once you know, you got to do. So what are we doing? If you're not trying to tear this thing up, stop pushing that issue. Because let's just be clear. As a watcher, your daughter looks so uncomfortable. Tisha looked like the look on her face is just like come on. And if you're not trying to make her do anything, once again, you throw that bomb, a whole bunch of other people are going to get hurt. You can't hit him without hitting all of them. You just can't do it. And like we love you dearly and we love you being the out of control mama because we live for that. Let's be clear. But you can't hurt your baby in the process of being funny trying to attack
Mm-hmm.
Marcel.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to when y'all was fighting over the food truck. That was funny. Go back to that. That
Right.
we was here for that part. We was here for that part. That I mean, I don't know, Nisa, if you have something to say about that scene, but that was my take on the scene. I just want Wanda to stop forcing this cheating thing because at this point we're not even talking about it. I gave up on whether or not that man cheated on her years ago because to me, it was never about whether or not he cheated. I didn't like how he talked to her.
Exactly. Now she had a point there when she said, "I don't like how he talked to you." But
Hmm.
as far as him cheating and her staying, that's between them. But I do have a problem with how he talks to her. Now I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't, and that's my only thing. And even with that, if she's okay with how he talks to her, I really can't even be mad at that either. I don't like to watch it, but if you like it, I love it. And
Yeah,
we
but
got
she stated that her and her husband understand their communication, but she also understands that her mama is not going to tolerate no fornication.
But it's not her mama's relationship. It's up to
right.
Tisha whether now if he is out there, of course that's disrespecting her. But it's up to Tisha at the end of the day to decide whether or not she's gonna deal with that disrespect or not. But while I'm around, my daughter's husband is not gonna talk to her any kind of way now. I'm gonna be like, hold up now, you in my house. You ain't gonna talk to her any kind of way. I don't care if you're outside your house, my house, down the street at the liquor house. You
Well,
ain't finna talk to my daughter any kind of way
when
from.
Marceau married Tisha, he knew that he married the Bessemer cutoffs, okay? He knew that. He knew when he married her. Tisha family ain't small, so he knew when he married her, you come for her, you got to come for them. And
Not the
you ain't done
cutoff.
bad in Detroit, honey, or you wouldn't be in Huntsville. Let me
They
I
ask
took,
y'all
think
about
Wanda
this.
lives for that. I think Wanda lives for the conflict, though. I think Wanda and Marceau live for that conflict between each other. I think they enjoy that little back and forth.
Hmm. Yes, I live for conflict too. Eat them up, honey, with the receipt.
mm,
Okay, but now let me ask y'all about this. What do y'all feel about the conversation with Kimmy Monster and Reese? I was feeling a little uncomfortable.
I was too. I was
Hmm.
like, what's the point of bringing up your DUI when it was you ain't seek no kind of you didn't get any kind of punishment. So it's not a good analogy to make because he's like looking at him like you got off on that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't see no punishment. So how are you gonna bring that up and relate that towards how you need to act in college? Like
Hi,
I was
Empress.
confused by that. I was
It was
confused
a
by that.
non-starter. To me, it was a non-starter conversation because it went nowhere. Like you said, if we're gonna have a conversation and try to put some life lesson in it, you got off. So what's your
Right.
life
Felt
lesson? Just don't get
rehearsed.
caught. Like, is that what you're saying? Do what you do. Just don't get caught.
Exactly.
Like, what are we talking about right now?
That felt rehearsed. Hey, Miss Bree. Hey, Miss
Goodness.
Empress. Y'all like and subscribe to Empress Laws and Blair. Hello. Miss Bree is in the house. Mildred Chow. DMV TV 247 is in the house. Seeing it Miss Lisa way. And that did feel very, very rehearsed. Very rehearsed. And
Mhm.
we know that he got off of that, but I don't think I would have bought that up because
I
was it a
mean, it makes no sense to bring that up whenever you got off. You need to bring up a situation where you had to face consequences for your actions, and you ain't facing no consequences. So
And how
no,
you
do
deal and how
another
you
one.
deal with the consequences. Like, if there's a consequence, how did you deal with the conflict and the consequence?
Right.
Basically, you did something silly, but you got in an accident, but you got off, and it all disappeared. So, where was the lesson?
It wasn't.
Mm. Well, you know what? I really feel that when the show was off all these months, they really worked hard to film this show, and I am so glad to see that everything that happened last season did not feel into this episode. So I am so happy about Kimmy and Maurice's successful projects because they are doing big things down there in North
Oh,
Huntsville.
and their house is looking wonderful. I was like, okay, house. They did a
Right,
Right,
thing
Trisha?
now.
like,
Trisha,
come
you
on,
right.
work.
That
Come on,
wasn't for
work.
Monster. That was for the CCs and everybody else.
Yeah, that's true. It really was more so for the CCs. But to me, if you were going to address the CCs and everybody else, you should have had a conversation about that pink lipstick or lack thereof.
Miss Brenda, you right. She said that he should have been teaching him a lesson about not drinking and driving. Wanda loves Marcel. It's just in law stuff. Push come to shove. Wanda, Tisha, and Marcel will stand together. Baby, Miss Wanda will jump in front of them and beat somebody's tail, okay? He was trying to
Okay.
teach the audience a lesson about gossip before the verdict. That was a good lesson, too. Do you agree with that, Shayna?
I agree. I agree with that. I do believe that because it came out so quickly, and then at the time, I don't think he was able to even say what really happened because he kept saying, just wait, just wait, just wait. And then when we finally got to the end of it, it literally disappeared. Now,
Right.
people can argue whether or not was he drinking, was he driving, did he get in an accident, was he wrong, was he right? But at the end of the day, he does not have a DUI on his record.
Well,
Right.
let me stop right quick and ask the audience. Put a one in the chat if you actually enjoyed the show last night. Put a two in the chat if you, because I enjoyed it. I thought that
I
they were
mean,
gonna
it
bring
was a good, introduction to
Hmm.
the new
even the
couple.
little the commercial merce.
Yeah, yeah, the
Remember
little
the lady
merge
that
at the little mercer at the end. Now I was like,
was.
okay, okay, I
I
keep
was
watching.
pleased. I was pleased. Put a one in the chat if y'all knew that was Miss Wanda going up on that porch with that leopard skin, honey. Did she pulled up in that leopard skin and she did not come to play. She sat down and got
She
right
poured
in.
that Mercedes in there like she on a mission. She should have had on camouflage because she was on a mission, baby. Okay.
The show was good last night. I'm telling you, I was just so happy that they didn't bring up anything from the past that was negative. They're showing us their forwarding lives moving forward and what they're doing. And I enjoyed it. Okay, let's get to the next one. Now, when
But did
Kimmy,
you get the little shade that Kimmy threw at Marceau when it
Marcel,
was when
About
she
him,
was
about
talking
him not
about
finishing what he do, and he worked too slow.
uh yes, and he just goes so slow. Okay, like how like people say I talk. That's how they say he builds stuff. He go too slow. I say okay, Kimmy, with a little read in there.
She'll throw a little. It was just a little.
yes, Mr. Harper, it started off like it was a new show. I was
It
very
did.
pleased with the
It
little
did.
intermission things that was going on and showing them in their. Oh, I loved it. Okay, so Kimmy went straight to the NDAs. Whoa! And Reese said, "I ain't got no side
Mm,
chick." So, what y'all feel about that NDA? What dumb woman is out here signing an NDA because she sleep with a broke man?
because they want to be relevant, baby, and sleeping with somebody on the TV show makes them relevant among them friends, their friends, even if they can't talk about it out in public. You get what I'm saying? It's just like people who want to sleep with the president. I don't know about this president, but powerful men. You know what I'm saying? They look at them like in that area in Alabama. They look at them like they superstars.
Uh-huh.
I don't.
They are.
But they look at them like they're superstars and they just want to be attached to that. So they will sign the NDA,
But
you
Did
know?
y'all hear the shade about Kimmy didn't want to go on the field trip to Scat Miner?
Say what?
The shade that Kimmy threw that she didn't want to go on the field trip to see Scott Manor.
Oh, I ain't get that one.
I ain't get that either.
I got a little shade about the building slow.
I thought that that was attached to the fact that it's taken him so long to get Scott Manor built. I kind of I kind of put those two together. I kind of thought that that was like just a extended shade, like that was a part of the little insult she threw. But with
Uh,
the NDA thing, what I found was it made me. I didn't even think about an NDA. I went back to something Marceau said a couple seasons back. When you cheat with somebody that got something to lose. He said that
That
was where Martell made his mistake. You cheat with a woman that has something to lose. Then that way, NDAs aren't even necessary because you're going to watch your mouth because you don't want your business out there any more than I would want mine out there. I'm more concerned about how y'all speak about cheating than whether or not you do it because you think it's real normal and real regular. And
mm.
it's like,
and,
okay.
and in the South, it kind of is like women. They watch their father go out there and cheat, and as long as they were paying the bills and doing whatever they were supposed to do for the household, a lot of women was okay with it, and that's how you grew up in the South. You knew
and
that
they
you know
had
your
whole
dad
other
was missing
benefits.
such and such, but
Was a
as long as
rolling
all the bills
stone.
were paid, the woman was like, I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Cause he come home every night. You know what
Are
I'm
y'all trying
saying?
to say Papa was a rolling stone? Wherever he laid his hat was home.
Pretty much.
Gail, you're right. Gail Francis right. Chris was the one that
I
actually
know
brought up the
mine
NDA thing.
was.
He did. That came
Y'all,
out of Chris's mouth.
yes. Deshonda said facts cheat with women that don't have nothing to lose. And another thing Deshonda said that is that them people are looked at as regular, smegular, degular people in Alabama. Gail said Chris was the one who brought up the whole NDA thing, tried to pass it off on the Scott brothers.
He probably do it.
Yeah.
Who?
He's the one that brought it up, Chris.
Prince.
He
Oh,
brought
y'all
up the
think
NDA.
Scott? You think Chris cheats on Miss Nell?
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay,
Allegedly.
I think you
Came
do
from.
too, allegedly. Okay, so now we get to Destiny. Now put a one in the chat if y'all knew that Destiny has always been a realtor. She's been a realtor, she's a singer, she's a book writer, she's been in movies before any of the cast.
Yeah, I did an interview with Destiny and she went down all the jobs that she's had. And homegirl can do hair, can do makeup, work corporate, realtor's license. I'm like, okay, at this point in your life, baby, you got to stick with one. So let's see if she gonna stick to realtor. You
Yeah,
know
she's
what I'm
been
saying?
doing it.
And selling her little stuff on the side. You know what I'm saying?
So everybody trying to act like Destiny didn't do nothing. Destiny is a Jill of all things. She
She,
can
she
do.
she's done a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah,
She said
I
she
think
was
she
a
needs
realtor.
to pick one. I think she needs to pick one and focus on that one. Then that let that one propel you to do the others. So if realty is where your big money is, go do realty. You let the money from the realty propel the business for Madani. You let Madani propel the business for Big D Energy. Let one thing help the other. So that you have too many irons in the fire. So you're trying to do this and that and this and that. And also you have a very young son and you're helping take care of your ill father. So you got to kind of lock in. And if realty is where your big money is made, that's where you go. And then let that money propel all the other business ventures that you have.
Correct. Now, what did y'all feel? Did y'all hear the shade that while she was sitting there talking about her being a realtor? Martell walked in and he threw the shade that both of them are single parents. Did you hear that?
Martell acts like a
Toddler.
bitch.
He's
A
a
bitch.
toddler. He's a big kid.
But did you hear it? He say he's a single parent, and then other people say they single parents. But well, you know what? You can't wait for Destiny's glow up. She's deserving good things. Destiny has been glowing up. It's just not televised all the time. But Destiny, baby, Destiny, y'all need to look up some of her movies. Destiny used to model. Destiny sung. Destiny's, she's selling things. Destiny has did a lot of things. And you know what? Her best job to me was taking care of her father. because y'all know to take care of your parents, you got to have a very special heart to do that. That touches me. Martell is so messy. I laugh, single parents and divorce. He left that out. Yes.
He got to it throughout the conversation. He got to the divorce part a little bit.
She's also in plays. Yep. I mean,
Yeah,
are
there's nothing wrong with multiple streams of income, but my thing is get one, like, you know,
To fund the others, one has to be
right,
rocking
right.
and
You
rolling
got to
before you
get
the
it
other one.
real established in one. You know,
Hmm.
you can't just quit a corporate job and go out on a dream. You know what I'm saying? It works for some people, but some people it don't. Like, I just feel like at this point in her life, it's time to pick one main thing and then do this other stuff on the side. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So,
well, she explained it to y'all already. She's going to keep dating until she finds the right thing. If she's dating jobs, if she's dating Johns, if she's
Good
dating
job.
whatever.
You can
I,
date a job.
I would never count
now,
Destiny out. I would
yeah, baby,
never count
Destiny has
Destiny out.
always been that girl. Always. It was just people trying to tear her down, but God, because I love what I see in
She's
Destiny.
resilient because there's been a lot of things thrown at her and a lot of stuff
I see
that
that.
that has happened that
Mhm.
she can't even talk about, and she can't
Right,
even feel some of the things she's actually experiencing
right.
in her. So knowing just a small portion of some of the things that she's experienced and she's still pushing, that's to be commended. When she did her sale, when she did her TikTok sale, I bought something from her because we're here to support. That's just what we're gonna do.
Right, right.
Let me answer this, Miss Cece. No, Destiny is not bipolar at all. Destiny was going through a real domestic violence situation that she could not speak on. And guess what? At times when you're trying to share your story and you got a gag order not to talk about it, she was quiet for her safety. She was quiet for her sanity. So it may not seem like Destiny was connecting the dots, but if y'all go over there and look at some of her shows, Destiny did her therapy in front of us and she was trying to work what she was going through out. You know, some people have to be quiet because you have to protect you. Destiny had to protect her and her child. So no, it's nothing bipolar about her. Destiny is a very smart black woman, young, that's been through a lot. Like we talked about domestic violence up here, she's not bipolar at all. Destiny is dating, and dating is for data, honey.
Look at Charm.
Well, we
A
are
word,
supposed to keep dating until we
a
find the right
word.
person. That I root for shape as ex-husband of hers. Oh yeah, he's a
And
piece of nasty work, girl. Yes, he. Oh, what's that sound? Martell is super
somebody's
sensitive and
microphone.
emotional. I don't
This is
think
my
we've considered
microphone,
everything
sorry.
he's been through via social media. And listen, Cozy, you hit that nail on the you hit the hammer on the nail. Martell is super sensitive and emotional. I don't think we've considered everything he's been through via social media and how it may have impacted his mental health. And that's
Yeah.
my yes, that he
We
been through
talked
a lot.
about that. We talked
Yes,
about
we
that. We
did.
did a
I
long
agree.
live on that one day. And I understand, bullying still affects you no matter how old that you get. But he didn't help the situation at all. He kept going out doing things to make people talk about him more and more and more and more on social media. You know
I
what I'm
Yes.
think that
saying?
Martell, I think once Martell realized that he was the villain in this story, I really believe he just leaned in. When I think at first he tried to make himself nice to people, but when he realized there was no turning back and people had decided in the court of public opinion that he was guilty on all charges and he was a horrible person, I think he just said, y'all gonna hate me anyway. So let me give you something else. You're gonna hate me anyway. Let me and he just kept feeding and feeding the narrative. And now he wears that like he wears it like he wore that double breasted coat. He's okay being the villain now. He sits in that space and he's okay with it.
He
That's why
be
everything he
tight with
says,
it, huh?
right? That coat was tight looking like Inspector Gadget. I said, look at you, looking like you smell good. Come on,
Well,
Martell.
I look at Martell and think that he be wearing those 3T clothes, those three toddler clothes for that big man body. But I'm going to tell you something. You cannot imagine when a bunch of people are coming at you and you still got to push on every job that Martell tried to do to get ahead, like everybody else working with the suit, the suit outfits and stuff. People was calling, telling them not to buy the clothes and everything. Martell went through a lot, and I'm glad to see him here this year so we can learn about Martell without the chaos. Now he fucked up. Go ahead,
Can I
girl.
can I say something to that? I will say this. He had an affair on one person. One person. So no, he did not deserve all the chaos that was caused in his life, because here's the thing. That might have been the biggest mistake of his life, but can we all, if we're all judged by our biggest mistake, baby, we all got skeletons in our closet, and some people got skeletons walking around with flesh still on them. You can't
Mhm.
hold somebody to the fire forever. He did the wrong thing and he had to deal with the consequences because he lost his marriage. But now we can't hold him to that. He should still be able to work. He has 5 children now. At that time he had 4. He has a multitude of children that need to be taken care of. He should be able to work. Nobody
But
said he's
he
a
needs
great
to
person,
think about
but he
that
still somebody.
also.
Now,
Oh, he he
don't
has
get
no clue
all
with
three of us
being
wrong.
attacked.
He cheated, and I
No,
do not
he's wrong. He dead ass
condone
wrong.
that. But as a father, what I've read in court docs and heard from other people, he's a good father. But he's not my father, so I don't care. He's not the father of my children.
Yeah, but
Okay?
his cheating got him left. The cheating, what he did in his marriage, is why he don't have a marriage. So he deserved to lose his marriage. He deserves all the backlash that came with that. But that doesn't mean he shouldn't have to. He shouldn't be able to get a job. That doesn't mean when he tries to do a suit collab with a man in DC, that the man in DC is harassed to the point
I,
where now Martell is losing job opportunities. You can't say you
I've
love them kids while
always
you're
said
actively
that.
trying to make sure that they don't.
I've
Can't have it both
always
ways.
said
You
that,
can't
Shauna.
tear this
I've
family
always
apart.
said that.
But I love his kids. But then you say the daddy ain't shit. You know that's half their DNA, right? You can't have it
Hmm.
both ways. You got, at some point, you never have to forgive him. We're not saying forgive him. What he did was dead wrong. You don't have to forgive him, but you have to let him live so he can take care
It's
of the kids he
like
created.
I have always said, and Marcella can attest to this, buy something from everybody on this show, especially if you're going to talk about these people that's on the show. Support their businesses, because at the end of the day they have children and lives they need to support. So support everybody business, no matter whether you
Yeah.
like them or not. I support everybody. I got some of everybody products. Now that's one thing that I couldn't stand about this show, was that people were going after people's pockets and it won't related to the show. And I was like, y'all wrong. Don't do that kind of mess, because you can get hurt messing with somebody corns. You know what I'm saying?
And and
So
even to me, even if you don't want to support them because you don't like them, let's say, okay, I don't
don't
like
say
Martell.
nothing.
I'm not gonna buy my man a suit, but that doesn't mean he shouldn't be able to sell them. That's my
Right.
point. He should still be able to work. If I don't like him as a person, I'm not gonna buy my suit or buy my son a suit or buy my man a suit. But he has every right to sell the suits, because at the end of the day, people say, "Oh, he ain't got no money. He can't take care of them kids." You can't get in the way of him making money. Why should he have to fight his way through literally making money to survive, all because he did something wrong in a relationship that none of us were in?
Right. And
Now,
like I said
That's just
about
my 2
Tisha's marriage, baby, I could care less now. You know what I'm saying? Like at first, I was like, why would he destroy his beautiful family and stuff like that? But now it's like I feel the same way I do about Marcel and Tisha. Like if Mel would have stayed, she stayed. If she left, she left. They've been divorced for forever. I don't even think about their relationship anymore. So I don't understand why other people still do. drag
Maybe
it
a whole
out
year.
like the horse is dead, don't turn to dust, and they still trying to drag the horse. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But Martell need to change his whole villain vibe to get more opportunities though, because he was coming in hot with a little shade and stuff. You know, this first episode, so
Thank you, checking you, boo. You know, we got a sin is a sin, but if we talking about forgiveness, and yes, I got on my deaconess hat. Now, this is after I read this comment right here. I got a question for both of y'all. Y'all tell me one at a time, and I'm gonna shut up. I didn't like it either when it came to Stormy, but Martell not so much. If the brand realized by public pushback that Martell public's persona reputation isn't reflective of their brand, okay, I read that. Okay, we're gonna get to this. How did y'all feel? And I'm gonna start with you, Nisi. How did y'all feel when he validated Arionne, not coleslaw, not peasant? He brought all that up. I'm not gonna call her peasant. I'm not gonna call her nothing but Arionne. That is my woman because they've been together
I
10
was
years.
like,
They've
a
been together
girl.
10 years. 10 years.
I was floored that he claimed her finally. Baby, I know that you were watching that show, showing all 32s, baby. Like, that's your man. But now you in first place. Who gonna be in second place? Like, you married a man that is known for going out there hunting. So you got first place now. You know, you got first place. So you got them, girl. You got them.
Harper
You.
say they gagged. Okay, come on, Shauna. Tell us what you felt, honey, because baby.
I, for me, I was happy. I was happy for him and happy for her because at a certain point, when you break up in a relationship, everybody needs to move on. It seemed like that marriage broke up and everybody was just sitting down in it. At some point, this party's supposed to move on. This party is supposed to move on. He's still on the show. So now we're supposed to see what life looks like after marriage. Because here's another thing: a lot of people get divorced. It's good to see what life looks like after marriage. Where are you going next? What's your next thing? Who are you dating? Where are you going? What are you doing? And she's been a part of his life even when he was wrong. She was a part of his life
The
all
whole
them years
time.
ago, and she's still there. So yes, it's time. And I know people don't like it because people don't like him, and he was wrong. Nobody's saying that that man was right. He wasn't right. He wasn't. He wasn't. He's never going to be right for what he did and how he broke his family up. But at the end of the day, now this is where we are, and we're moving forward. And shit, I mean, I'm almost happy with the fact if you were going to cheat, stay with the person you cheated with. I'm almost
Mm.
happier that you did that. Like it would
Especially
be worse.
since they got a child together. Like,
Look at Cozy said.
Exactly.
Oh, she said from old housewife, don't tell me it can't be done. I was very happy because you know what? The breakup, I don't care if he cheated with Ariane or whoever. He and the other person knew they were married. They knew. So blame the two people who, because they knew, all parties knew about Ariane, okay? All parties, okay? We're going to say it that way. Yes, yes, yes. Marte validation of art. Now, put a one in the chat. Go ahead, Shauna. Shauna.
I
Shauna.
just
wait a
wanted to
minute,
say
is
to
it
Lawson,
Shauna or
how
Shayna?
Lawson said, Shauna, Shauna,
Shauna. Okay, I got it
Marcel,
right. I was
Marcel,
just waiting.
yes. Marcella just say what she want to say. It's Shauna though. But
She'll
here's
mess
my
up
thing to
somebody's
you,
name in a
Lawson.
minute.
It's baby. I just live with it. I'll be like, all right, I know who you talking to. But Lawson, the thing is, it was people actively trying to stop this man from making money. Nobody is saying that he's right because he ain't. But he should move on the same way she should too. Like I think everybody should move on and find happiness with their next person, whomever that may be. And that's
Mhm.
not for us to decide. He just happened to stay with the person that he allowed. What he didn't allow her to mess up his marriage. He messed up his own damn marriage because she wasn't a part of his marriage. He did that. But he decided to stay with this woman, and if that's the case and he's still on the show, you say you want people's real life. This is his real life.
Yes.
Now
Bring
here's the
it
boom
on.
boom question. The boom boom question. Everybody, put a one in the chat if you like to see Miss Arionne
Bring
Curry
it
Cole
on.
come on. Put a one in the chat. If I'm gonna put a one in the chat. I want her to come on, even if she's not filming with the other cast. I want to see how they
I
interact.
want to see her film with everybody. I want them that sitting down to a table having dinner, and I want to see how she would interact with the other women on the show. I don't think they would say much to her because especially Nell, how she was talking. But I would love to see her on the show at this point.
Me too, because you know what? We've been talking about this on these YouTube streets for years. They've been together 10 years. And now and you know what this man just begged Carlos last year? Let me see your real let I want them to see my real life. And they have been she has got back what she put out. She's gotten it back a fold, calling her child, names her, everything. She's got back. So I like to see, you know what I like this year? We're gonna see some bad um breakups and we're gonna see some good makeups. So I want to see her on this show. Okay. Blair said, but he hasn't stayed with her though. He's been linked up with several women since his divorce, so I don't get the idea if they living happily ever after. He explained that. He explained it. We went through our stuff, and I'm glad she stuck by me with all this stuff.
That's my man. I'm gonna sit down.
What'd you say, Shauna?
I think the thing is it's dating. When you get out of a marriage, you start to see other people. I didn't necessarily expect him to get with Arionne, stay with Arionne, and that just be it. This divorce is final, boom, I'm married. I didn't expect that to happen anyway, because to me it shouldn't. You need to sit down for a minute. You need to breathe for a minute. You need to figure out what your next steps are going to be. Yes, you're going to date. I think it's good that he dates, because go see if you want to do something else. And he eventually went back to Arionne, which to me lets me know that's where he wanted to be all along. Now,
Yep.
he spoke about potentially marrying her, but here's another thing. Everybody's end all and be all ain't marriage. That might be your goal, that might not be his. He was already married. So when we look at that, you can't just say, well, he should have just went and married her. Not really. What if she doesn't want to get married? We have to consider a marriage involves two people. It's like people want to validate their relationship by making them do what they would want to do. Arionne has to decide if she's ready to be married to him. What if she's the one hesitating? You still have to consider that there are two people in the situation. I know people decided to hate her, but at the end of the day, Martell is the one that messed his marriage up. You can't carry her in that. He's the
Right.
problem when it comes to that. And is she right? No, she's not right. Nobody is putting any of these people on a pedestal. They don't deserve any sainthood. But this is the reality of the situation. And we can't dodge it anymore. Everybody want to dodge it or hate on her or talk bad about her or whatever the hell is going on. At some point he was gonna be with somebody.
Well,
Well,
now I'm
all
going
I
to
know is
Miss
she's
Ariane.
111. Who gonna
Her
be
name
two
is
two
Miss
two?
Ariane Curry, and don't y'all forget it, honey. Miss Ariane. He made her what a Miss Ariane Curry over here. Yes, bring Ariane to the show. She ain't cheat by herself. It appears that all of them are doing this too. Child, I told y'all I've been the cheater and the cheatee in my 20s. I grew up and I changed. Baby, I'm happy that you would admit that. I would never admit I cheated or I was a cheater or the cheatee.
I was the cheater. Okay. Until I got married to my husband, my second husband. But I cheated on everybody I had ever been with.
Mm,
So
Wait, I ain't even
I
gonna put
just
my hand up.
but
I'm
I
gonna put my
told them
drink up.
straight up. I told them straight up that I was not like a one man, one woman type of man. Wait a minute, one man. You know what I'm trying to say. Damn, I'm tired.
A one man woman.
One man,
I'm with you. One
woman.
man woman. I'm with you. I'm with you.
But it's like I want out there to spread the love and wide for everybody. Now let me get that straight. But whenever I got with this husband, what was the difference was I fell in love with him. I didn't love anybody else.
Oh, that's good. I will still never admit if I ever
Mm.
cheated in my damn life. Never. Um,
You have, cause you a
my,
Leo.
the secret would be me, myself, and I. Well, Nell is married to Chris over 30 years. It'll work. Okay, let's not talk about Chris yet because we're gonna be getting down to Chris and Nell. Oh, a lot of stuff gonna come out about them this season. And y'all know that Chris have cheated. You know, it's so funny that those idiots would even think that Chris hasn't cheated. He has. He has cheated and he's cheated. Oh, here go another cheater. Here go another cheater. I was a cheater in my 20s. Well, you still look like you in your 20s, so don't be saying shit, okay? If Arionne was smarter and moved differently, I could probably root for her. But she's less. Well, listen, you got to remember that, she is young. And you know how they say, young, dumb, full of cum, okay? Ariane wasn't in that relationship alone. I'm tired of women trying to blame her. Me too. I mean, and they just dragged her and her
And,
child.
and, and Leo men is more trifling, Brie. Leo men are more trifling. It's like we the spotlight, baby. And baby, when somebody shine that spotlight,
Now, do y'all feel
I'm not even gonna
in
bring up
this
Leo
next
man.
scene that Destiny could really talk Martell through things? Do you think they have like a sister and brotherly relationship? I do. What about y'all?
Yes. Yes. You can see it. It's very sisterly, brotherly. You can tell that he gets her together, that she'll get him together. You can tell that he will protect her. They have that, like, they gonna get on each other's nerves and they gonna get each other in line. You can see it.
I've always felt like I heard a rumor, and I'm gonna tell y'all as a rumor that one time Destiny really needed some like help protection wise, and Martell protected her. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I see the brother sister thing. I
Eh,
see the brother sister friend thing. That's what I see when I
me
see them
too.
together.
I want to remain silent. I plead the fifth on that.
I'm mad she leaned into the mic. I can't do it, Nisa.
Uh-huh. I believe they do too. I believe they have a brother sister relationship, and it's nice. But let me block out Niecy for 5 minutes because she plead the fifth. Okay, that means she don't agree with my damn ass. Okay, I think Destiny and Martha have a good relationship, and yes, I think it's platonic. That is good. They are friends. Martell's a Capricorn. He's a flirter. But baby, after hearing Martell got a motherfucking hook, I just want to see. No,
Where your hook at, girl? Where that hook at? To show us what Martell be working with.
up there. I do believe in Destiny and act like sisters and brothers. They hold each other accountable. I appreciate Destiny for saying Martell can go through her hard times. I do believe that, and I'm gonna just leave it there. They do protect her like a brother, and he knows her story. And like I said, there's some stories down there in the South now. I never got the impression they were more than friends. Me either. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the scene where we see Ken and Marquez.
Ooh, not Capricorns got the best dick game.
Oh, baby, I don't know because I'm married to
Wait,
a
you saw that
Gemini.
too? I'm like, oh,
I'm married to a Gemini, and
Ooh.
baby, and that Gemini has made me do things that I've never did, and I'm still doing it like
My
23 years
husband is
later.
a Sagittarius, so we like Beyonce and Jay Z. You know what I'm saying? We the spotlight.
Well, I'm not lying. That Gemini got more than two heads. Okay.
well, I'm
Ooh.
I'm currently single, but my attitude adjuster is a Leo, so you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm a Leo. Well, All right, y'all, let's
Yeah,
get to Big
the attitude
Ken.
adjuster is a Leo, so
Mm.
Ooh.
Lucky said one got me chokehold right now, Capricorn. Hope
Mm.
Arionne doesn't begin to emasculate Martell, and Martell needs to settle down. I think I got to see that. I think she could a little bit, but
But I think Martell needs somebody like Mel, not specifically like her character, but somebody that's gonna push him into being great. I think that as far as Mel and Martell, their relationship, I think Mel really pushed him, and they were doing good things together as far as business. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Ari is that person. Maybe once she grows up a little bit more, she could be that person. But right now she can't be that person for him.
Bree, I need you to make a shirt for the Shonda. I'll pay for it. That shirt needs to be saying, "I'm looking for a Capricorn."
Now, go on, put it up there. Capricorn's got the best B game.
Uh, okay, y'all, we're gonna get to Marquez. Now I'm gonna tell you
child.
something. Ken,
He
Marquez,
worried me the whole
and
episode. I
Trish.
wanted to slap him.
Now, from what we see, I told y'all about those distractions. He decided to go help the Popo fight somebody with a, pound pound. But do you see? Now, listen, Ken and Marquez seem like they're working harder at their co-parenting relationship than Trish. And I don't think that they should work out this relationship on TV because, the child had to tell dad, go outside, go outside, go outside. It really bothered me when the child had to do that.
Why? But
But
why the F would he just walk in the house? I don't care who he dropping off. It could be my mama. You just don't walk in the house. You stand to the door and you go like, ask your mama, is it okay for me to come in? I would have slapped the hell out of him. You
Knowing,
don't just walk
but
in my house and then coming
knowing
in
that they got beef right
questioning.
But they got smoke right now. They got beef right now. They're not getting along. Knowing when you're not getting
Exactly.
along with somebody, you know good and well. I don't care if you had a mic on or not. I don't care if you were filming or not. You knew that that was going to go bad because you and her are not in a good place. So when you walked your tail in there, you knew it was going to be some smoke. No matter what she was in there talking about, you just bust your tail in that girl house, and I'm looking for my daughter. Sir,
He
you
came
lucky she didn't
in
go upside your
with
head
this
with something. Don't you
attitude.
walk up in here.
Like, I was like, man, if you don't go somewhere and sit after him and Ken, now I don't know, because they mess up the time and the footage and how they play stuff sometimes. But you and old boy just had a great conversation about everything that's going on, and then you gonna pull up at their house and act like it's yours.
Now
What man
I
gonna
feel
go for
like this.
that?
I feel like it, Ken is trying too hard to fix this. Like the situation between Trisha and Marquez has to be worked out between the two of them. Ken is trying too hard. Like I know you mean well and you have good intentions, but the road to hell is paved with good intentions too. Ken, you're gonna have to take 3 steps back and let them in there and support her. Be there right behind her, have her back, but you have to get out the way. And Trish has to open her mouth. You standing there on mute with the screw face because you got an attitude is not helping the situation with you and this loudmouth man that like to cry all the damn time. Trish, you gonna have to help fix this. It's like she's there, but she's not there. She's not an active participant. And Ken is like trying to fix it, trying to fix it, trying to fix it. Where Trish, baby, these are your kids. This is your marriage that's being disbanded right now. You need to get in here and help fix this. She too quiet for me.
Somebody
Trish better say something.
Somebody said that they didn't like the friend, but think about it. She's only known her for 4 years. So the whole 4 years she been talking junk about the man, and that's all she knows about him. So that's why she was acting the way that she was acting. And I would be the same way. Marcella know me. Like you may be friends with somebody, but I be damn. I'm gonna be friends, okay?
Mhm.
So you know what I'm saying. So if that's all she knows is the bad
He
stuff she
came in
telling,
on
that's
go.
why she
He
had
came
an
in on
attitude.
go. Marquez came in with that energy. That energy, as a
Right,
friend, even as a friend, if a man walks in my friend's house on that type of energy, I'm immediately in protector mode. Because who you
right,
talking to? What you talking about? Why
right.
did you run in
Who,
here
who,
like this? I'm looking
who
at
are you
her
talking
thinking,
to?
how quick can I get in this kitchen? Because baby, something bad about to happen to you. Because who you talking to? His
I don't
energy
even like
caused that
them being
to
on the
me.
show. I don't even like them being on the show. I'm gonna tell you why. One, because it's embarrassing Ken and Trisha's kid. I mean, it's embarrassing the kids. Two, he walked in there. You know, the only reason they got his gullible ass up there is because he found out that they was filming and they said, okay, let them film. This might be good. But you still not divorced from this clown after all these
Didn't
years?
they say that they were divorced during the reunion
Listen, I
or
don't know
in
if
divorce?
No, they weren't.
no. And then Ken is trying to make it right
They
with
still not divorced, I
Marquez
don't think.
so that she will feel comfortable divorcing him. Listen, she ain't got time to, when you get a divorce, this is serious shit. When you get a divorce, you need to take time and not date for a while. But she ain't even out of a relationship into another relationship with two crazy people. But I hope what I heard on the blogs that Marquez threatened to harm everybody, that they show his part, pay him out, and let him keep it moving
But
because
he's a
he,
strange one.
yes. Okay, checking your boo said Trish friend was out of order. She should have allowed Trish to regulate. Wait a minute. I think you missed the part where he went at the friend first.
Exactly.
He
What
asked her.
y'all in here talk about, type miss?
And
Yeah,
you can tell Trish hates. I
In a
wish
house you
Trish.
don't pay no bills in.
exactly.
I wish Trish get off this show because she still, to me, have not mourned the loss of her family.
I don't. I think she still got feelings for this man, but he crazy. That's what
Ugh.
I think.
Did y'all see the face on him, Marcella? He did tell the
Okay,
truth when he
I
said
gotta
that.
ask y'all,
Okay,
what?
read Pretty Brown Eyes and answer it, Marcella. He did
He
tell
did
the
tell the
truth.
truth when he said that Trisha put that they did not have minor children. That the receipt is one on the Gossip Girls channel. They showed the actual court document. I think
That's true.
that I agree with you, Marcella, that Trish needs a minute to be single. She need to be single for a little while. She needs to sit by herself. In that scene when they were in the truck riding together, Ken is lovingly with his hand on her thigh. That girl looked dead in the face. She looked like she wanted to be anywhere but next to him. It blank. And I don't understand how Ken doesn't see that. You may love her, but you need to give that girl some time. She got to mourn the loss of her family members. She got to mourn the loss of the fact that although Marquez is crazy, she was married to that man since she was a teenager. You got to give
Hmm.
her some time to get out of that.
She
Her
still got
entire
feelings
adult
for
life, in
Dinah
her
Rose
entire
is in the
adult
house,
life, she's been
honey.
a mother and a wife. Give her a minute.
him. Hmm.
Dinah Rose is in the house,
He,
baby, and she says
Marquez
that
came in with
Marquez
bad
definitely
energy.
went after the friend first. Yes, welcome. Y'all go like and
Mhm.
subscribe to Dinah Rose because she is the Rose, honey. Y'all go over there and check it out. We had Terrence in here. Y'all go over there to the church house,
Yeah,
okay?
there's a little something off about Ken. Also, I feel like he's a love bomber. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And
I would be
snaps when
interested
he
to
don't
know
get his
what
way.
his zodiac is. Because
He
he's a love
snaps when he
bomber.
don't get his way. Ken snaps
Mm-hmm.
when he don't get his way.
You
Mm-hmm.
can tell. You can tell. Ken Ken has an idea on what he wants to happen in their relationship, and he's not even listening to her. He's decided, I want to be
Mm-hmm.
with you. I'm going to marry you. I told you when we get married, we're going to do this, this, and this. And Trisha is just sitting over there like a deaf mute. She don't even have nothing to say. It's like, baby, this is your relationship too. I really think she needs time. I think she needs some time
He
to figure it
does.
out. She might decide to be with Ken, But you got to give yourself a minute to breathe.
Hmm.
Well, Gio, I have to agree with you because I mean, until I met this guy named Kofi, I thought all big guys had little baby. Kofi proved me that's not true, but I do think Kim has a Vienna sausage. He doesn't have a, ding-a-ling. I mean, I need a, y'all don't know, I need somebody to choke me with it. Anyway, I don't think Trish is ready for marriage. I don't think she's ready for marriage with Ken
I,
either. I think Ken is trying to rush her. I do. He gives trifling male Scorpio
there are a
energy.
lot of
Y'all,
big boys
Do
with
you
big
think
toys
he's
out here.
pushing
So
it
y'all better.
because of the show? Do you think
well,
he's
Yes,
enjoying being on the show and pushing it because he?
yeah, women are in his
I do.
DMs.
I
Women
do.
are in
I think he's
his
pushing it because of
DM.
the show.
I'm gonna tell you this. If y'all can read it for yourself, go down to WAFF. Kim had went to jail. Kim had went to jail for some, substances. Y'all need to check that out. And he is
Ooh,
on probation now. Ken, I got the receipt. Yes, but Ken don't look like he packing a gat, not even a 22. Pum pum. Psst. No, Ken is he. Ken ain't even got a 22. I need people with a gat. Okay. I saw in my interview about Tristan Queen in a vehicle. What you said? What about the vehicle? Yes, I think Ken is more in on the show than she is because she has a real job. Ken is a truck driver. He could not be trucking or driving after that last charge, but he's in there. Okay. Ken jumped from woman to woman. Trish does well for herself. Yeah. And now put a one in the chat if y'all think that Miss Trish got a banging body,
yeah, of course.
baby. Let me tell y'all
She
from
does.
from. I'm gonna
She
tell
looks
y'all what
good.
happens to
She looks
women that
good.
are bodybuilders. You know, let me tell you what happened to women that are bodybuilders. When they get a little bit older, they get fat. The muscle turns to fat. We had a content creator up here that used to be a bodybuilder. And baby, if I said she looked like a man, fat and she still look like a man with my double chin. But Trish got a banging ass. But she ain't got no titties though. That's all muscles, honey. She has everybody saying she got a nice body. Listen, I would go and let Trish work me out, but I'm just scared that she will break me. She's a drunk. Oh, you talking about the ex bodybuilder? Yes, she's a drunk, honey. That's
Y'all
true.
so damn messy in these comments.
That's true. When you start working out, the muscle turns into fat, and we can see that with that content creator. Okay, don't say her name over here, baby. Don't say her name. But baby, let's put it like this: she ain't no motherfucking queen. Okay.
I'm glad I know. I don't know who y'all talking about, and I don't want to know. Okay.
I don't like seeing women with all them hard abs. Listen, nobody does because I'm gonna tell you when I see a woman that got body yada yada like that, they don't want no man. They don't want no man. They like coochie. She's
Maybe
gonna
she
have
likes both, and there's nothing wrong with that.
what's with nothing wrong with what
Liking both.
liking boys.
Liking both, men
Oh,
and women.
She feel
well,
liking both.
I don't want any hair in my teeth at this time, so we can talk about that later on another show. If you don't keep your body up, it will turn into fat in the
All
long.
girls get her her teeth. First of all, if I was messing with a woman and she didn't have her thing like a ball baby, we wouldn't be together,
Oh,
okay?
Miss Bree said, "Here, kitty, 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 ow, kitty, kitty, kitty." Okay, let's go to the next scene, which was all the way boring to me and looked fake. Oh, okay. Let's get back to this one. Did y'all hear Marquez said, "Let's do a play date"? He done lost time with his kids. Talking about, let's do a play date. Come on. Like I said,
And the boy was
Them
what?
kids damn
How
near
old are these
grown.
children?
18,
How
19,
old are these children?
They damn near grown.
like 19.
Like 18
Yeah,
and 16, aren't they? It's like 18 and
no,
16 or something. They damn near grown.
yeah,
I
Trisha did
was
not quit her
like,
job. She did not
I'm
quit her
like,
job. Don't believe
baby.
the hype. Okay. All right. So anyway, let's get to the next scene. We got Nell talking about Lance struggling with his new baby. So that would mean that Lance was also cheating in the next room.
Hey, Baba, this Shirley.
I'm just saying. Now listen, Destiny, you gonna have to leave those dudes from the south. You got to leave them guys from the south. You had got the Mo from Moziri, and you got the Lance from Lexington, Alabama, wherever. These are some cheating men. Destiny, you can get top tier men, okay? How Kevin Samuels used to say, how valued men. Why is you messing with these broken what? And then I wouldn't even want to play a part that they got you trying to talk to the nephew, like the godson. Come on now. Lance and Chris Jr. had baby girls. But I'm saying, why is Destiny get out of the country, baby? Get out of Alabama.
And
Go
how old is these guys she messing with?
that still be with their mamas and daddies. Miss Nell told y'all that she still financially take care of her son.
She did.
Child.
Yeah, I need
Mm.
Destiny to get out the way. Like it's too many because now we having way too much conversation about what people think you doing with your cat. Get away from all of them. You don't need no
Yes.
associations with Nell's son, godson, cousin, brother, friend. Go find you some child. Come to Cali.
Please
Child,
let that be a storyline.
come to LA. You be
Destiny can get her
acting
a
anyway.
high
Come on out
value.
to the west. Come get you one.
Yeah, yeah, Lucky Charm. She needs somebody like Russell Wilson that's gonna let her be herself and not let her, trying to push her down a level. Destiny is a very alpha woman, and she needs a
Yes.
man that's gonna let her be herself.
And then beat it up at the end of the night.
Eh,
Because Lance
okay,
Lance look
okay.
like Lance is too short, so he can't be that long. We're
Listen,
Yep.
that's a misconception now.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a misconception. I both my husband, one was 5'6" and one was 5'8".
But
Oh yeah, Nell
Destiny
looks
says
worn
she's
out.
celibate and she's not sleeping with these men. The problem is people have given Destiny this name without her earning the name. People then decided they out here calling Destiny a 304. They out here saying Destiny messing with all these people. So to me, the best thing that Destiny could do is to literally just not even date those men. Go date, but stay away from the men that's in close proximity to these people on the show.
Right,
Go date though.
right,
Date as many men as you want to because dating does not mean sex. You can date
mm,
several people at one time and not have sex with anybody.
Right.
But people have given you that moniker, and the only way to get away from that moniker is not to deal with anybody that they see because they're putting it on you, even though you're not out here humping on these people. So you got to get away from that label because you don't deserve it.
Yep, especially Miss Nell tried to say she's trying to be with my godson too. But Nell looks wore out. Chris done ran through her. That thing that Lexi put out about Nell and Chris, I would have not showed my face up here not unless I gave a damn explanation about what did y'all do to that child. Not her mama, that child. Uh-huh. My husband is 5'8", honey. Don't sleep with short man. No, baby. I don't want no short man, baby. I would be thinking of a thumb while he was riding me. Okay, I don't think it's
baby,
I don't think it's
baby, my 5'8" had a footer.
mm, mm. Girl, you could take. They would say that no matter who she dates because they don't like her. But baby, this is a new season and we're gonna be moving forward. And I want
I
everybody
like
to,
mine 6'6".
oh yeah, 6'6" with a dick. I heard you. Facts, dating doesn't mean sex. That's
Yes,
true.
Lord.
Miss
Yes, Lord.
Checking your boo say, I agree with NIECY. I can see Destiny with a healthy relationship with a man who allows her to be herself and support the endeavors. I'm gonna tell you something. I really think Moses really did love Destiny. So I think that everything Moses doing now online is for show, and it's not convincing me. Lance gave immaturity and insecurity and brokey. Let's not leave that out. I don't know what Destiny was doing with him. Destiny is a beautiful woman. Destiny is a gorgeous woman. Every time Destiny come out, she looks like a different woman. The hair, the clothes, the body, her. She walks like she is riding a motherfucking stallion. She got that gap in. Mm-mm. But Marcella is also giving that Monica because he always makes little jokes and he's messed with Destiny too. Yeah, needed I what? Oh no, baby, I can't say it again. Martell, but Destiny is beautiful. I'm going. Somebody say I'm going. All right, man, very nice. 37 years old in Harlem, owns two brown. Okay. I Mm. Destiny and Martell have not slept together, period. So let's not even put that out. And anybody saying that, that's just to throw dirt on their name and mad because their friend ain't on the show no more. Okay? I'm not going to give too much cadence to what Lexi says. Not diminishing her pain. I just know some bonus children will villainize the wife. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Uh, Chris did not stand up for his daughter. Whether he said she did, Lexi's lying or not, that's what make me think it's true. Because Chris did not speak up. Chris did not even call and say, "Don't do that. Let's work on this." So I believe Lexi. So who got married? Oh baby, I can't tell you that yet. Before Destiny seeks a man's affection, Destiny needs to love herself and get
Nobody
herself.
yet. Not yet.
Yet. Before Destiny seeks a man affection, Destiny needs to love herself and get herself together before she can have her own with a man. Let me tell you something. This is what we don't see about Destiny is that what y'all better watch out. See, Destiny don't be on the show all the time. Destiny does love herself as well as loving her mom. I just said, yeah. Look, Nell behavior aligns with Lexi's story. What you think, Shauna?
I personally feel like when it comes to the Lexi situation, I feel like some of her anger is misplaced. I feel like, however, what I do believe is that a lot of her anger needs to be placed in the lap of her father, not the woman that he was dealing with, not the woman that eventually became his wife. I don't think that Nell was a saint by any stretch of the imagination, but I think her anger and her vitriol needs to be towards her father more so than it needs to be towards Nell. Because if you spent more time with Nell than you did your daddy, that's a problem in and of itself. Your anger to me is misplaced. I'm not saying she doesn't have an issue, and I'm not telling the girl to get over it. But what I am telling her is lay it in the lap of the person it belongs to, which is your father, not Nell.
And what
Exactly.
you say, Niecy?
I
What
agree wholeheartedly with what was just said. Like, you can't blame the other woman entirely for being the other woman. I mean, because your dad owed his loyalty to your mama, and he the one decided to step outside of the relationship. So, baby, you need to let that go. How many years they been together? You need to let it go and go on and realize that this is your daddy's wife and go on with it. You can't. Why be mad forever?
Well,
Now, now,
I
now,
found it
you
hard at times to follow her story because sometimes she praised her and sometimes she hated her. I found it hard to follow her story. Because one minute Nell was horrible, the next minute Nell was a good mama. She cooked real good. Then the next minute I hate her. So I kind of got lost with her a couple times. But no matter what, I never felt that she gave her father the anger, the pain that she kept feeling should have been directed towards her father, not your stepmama. Because
Right.
even if your stepmama wasn't a good stepmother, you should have addressed that with your father. He's the
Well,
head of that. Like the fish thinks from the head.
let me give you the example of my life. Like the reason why I don't like mine, I ain't gonna call her my SM. I'm not gonna call her that. But the woman that's married to my daddy is because she horribly abused me as a child. And if Nell, that's the only reason why I could see her hating Nell like that. If Nell treated her very badly and abused her, but to still be holding on that okay, your daddy ain't with your mama. I don't agree with that. But if Nell did some stuff that warrants her not liking her, then I would understand.
You're right, Bridget, and everybody who said Lexi's not innocent. And Deshonda, she spoke based on Lexi's story. As long as Nell was giving her what she wanted, she said she was good stepmom. The moment she said no, she threw tantrums. That sounds about right. But I felt sorry, for her. Seems like Lexi might be mad that you know what? I noticed that everybody lately is doing these Risa Tisa stories. You have Lexi, you got a blogger girl to come out with her story, and Risa Tisa. And so all these people want sympathy and pay Ola because she monetized quickly. Lexi monetized quickly, y'all. Let me see. Dear Reed Talk Show, y'all please go subscribe, like and subscribe to her page. Lexi is far from innocent. She causes a lot of her own issues with her whole family, cussing them out and throwing tantrums, baby. Now let me ask you, Shauna, because I love when you talk, okay? Do you think that Nell should have apologized to Martell?
For
Or was
what?
that, or was that scripted?
I didn't understand when Lexi, part of her story, when she said that she blocked her siblings and then she got mad at them for not trying to reach out to her. If you block me, that's telling me you don't want to communicate with me. Why am I trying to fight and find a way to communicate with you when you've already basically said you don't want to be bothered with me? It seems like when she gets upset, she'll, overreact, and then she wants people to come to her to help her fix the problem. If you have the problem, I think that, if we can't talk it out without a complete overreaction, it's going to get to the point where the siblings are not going to want to talk to you anymore because they don't want to ride those emotional highs and lows with you. Because your anger, wherever your anger needs to go, you need to direct it at that person. Because I know the siblings weren't the problem because she was like, well, I was just mad. If you're just mad and you lash out like that, a lot of people don't want to be bothered with that type of behavior. It's just too much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before
I think she needs therapy. I think she does.
um let we're going before we get on this checking you boo thing, let me read this poem one more time for the people that wasn't here. I'm gonna mute everybody right quick. Okay. Oh, okay. Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Carlos King did his thing. There are surprises and bumps in the road. We see Carlos has selected the right cast. He has broke the reality TV code. On Love and Marriage Huntsville this season, all the aces are in their places. Now, sure enough, Miss Wanda pulls up. Marceau definitely gives a fuck. She put her son-in-law on the spot. Sure enough, Miss Wanda said, respond and connect those dots. Tisha has discussed and grounded her communication, but Marceau knows from Miss Wanda there will be no fornication. Kimmy and Monster and Reese talking to their sons going away to college. He needs peace. Monster opened up about the DUI and his friend's jokes. Maurice and Kimmy was right. Don't listen to them folks. Kimmy and Maurice talks about all their successful projects, while it is alleged that Chris is over there talking about the Scotsman's sex. Kimmy got straight to it and questioned about the NDAs. If Reese says the wrong answer, the Scott women might part their ways. Reese said, I don't have any side chicks. I bet the non watchers will debate for their views and clicks. Destiny introduced us to her life in real estate. An old friend dropped by, Martell. He's telling us how he and Destiny relate. They both are single parents. Did y'all catch the shade? Wow, I felt it. It cut like a blade. He brings up Arionne. Boom, boom. Y'all, Martell is clearing these internet rooms. She's his woman and she might get the ring. Letting you know this is not a fling, it's absolutely a slap and a ding. Boy, in the face of the meters, it was a sting. Now, Destiny brings up the Scott men thing. She emphasizes he's rebuilding. He needs to resolve this thing, but he's not unwilling. We now see Big Ken and Marquez. Marquez keeps messing around. Ken's gonna kick his ass. It takes a real man to accept another man's kids. Marquez say one thing, do another thing, but in his heart and his head, he forbids. Set a play date with the kids. Marquez is lost in time. But what does he care? He won't spend a dime. Nell is talking about Lance struggling with his new baby. What? Why we didn't know he had another lady? Nell is mad because how people came after her for speaking to Martell and his significant other. Nell, I am questioning you. Are you a follower or a mother? Martell wants Nell to say sorry, and she does apologize. But she know deep down inside that Martell tells plenty of lies. Tune in this season. Watch and see. If you don't have cable, watch it on OWN Network on your phone. It will be free. Next week, I am Ken off. Not looking at it will be very tough. I know you hate it. I know you hate to love it, but you must admit, not a meter dwarfs. You can join the crew as a Bessemer cutoff. Now, how did y'all feel right now? How did y'all feel when Nell felt the setup about being accused of Martell setting up her at the outlet in Atlanta. Do y'all think that Nell thought it was all right until she got the backlash?
It was okay. Now, girl, bye. Like, you just being cordial with somebody won't, it won't a need for all that. Especially whenever you being in Aries position anyway. Allegedly.
Markel Booty, you can spread all the word over here you like, baby. What you feel, Shauna?
I think that Nell didn't have a problem. I don't think Nell had a problem until people gave her a problem. I don't think Nell had a problem meeting that girl. I don't think Nell had a problem taking pictures with that girl. I don't think it was a deep situation for Nell, but I also don't think it was a problem. I think she was introduced and she just said, "Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, blah blah blah." Just real simple niceties. People caught it on film and they made it a huge thing. So much so that she came on there with her hair all over her head, looked like she had been crying for hours. She was so stressed out. She made it a bigger deal than what it had to be. It wasn't that big a deal. If somebody walks up to you, like I know some people say, "Oh, I would never even speak to the girl." What are you supposed to do? You're at an event. at that type of event anyway. That's not the type of event where you're gonna be acting ratchet, rude, and ghetto. That's not what that place is for. You exchange pleasantries, take your little pictures, and go on about your business. That's how you're supposed to handle yourself as an adult. She didn't. They wasn't best friends. It was a picture, a handshake, and you going about your life. You can tell a lot of people have never been in these types of settings where you have to act like you got a little bit of sense. You can't be ghetto and ratchet. I would never touch the bitch. Why? She ain't do nothing to you. Shaking a hand and somebody getting a photo op is not the end of the world. You going about your life. Like, you have to act like you got some sense. Act like you done been some damn where. But clearly some of y'all don't live that kind of life. That's
Yep.
how I feel about that.
You're right, Shauna. You're right. And so many people in here agree with you. What you feel, NIECY?
Like I just feel like there's no harm in being cordial. Like it's not like you invited the girl to your house and y'all having a cookout or a girls' night. Like you at the same event, be cordial, speak, and go on about your business. I don't understand what the big deal is.
Mm-mm-mm. Now,
It was a quick moment. It wasn't a long drawn out thing.
y'all please hit that like button and subscribe to Talking Shit with Shayna. Subscribe to Speak with Your Girl Marcella. Hit the like button. Shayna is on fire. Speak is called being a cordial and classy adult because they was at a
Boom.
meow. I said what I said, not Nell, but social media did way too much. Let's be honest about it, cause we all was there. You are so correct. I said what I said, okay? Women need to quit. They will sit there with their fathers, their brothers, their uncles, and their cousins' side chick after they move along. 100. Speak on that, Shauna. Do you
That
feel that social media ran a lot of this show?
Absolutely. I believe that there was a version of the show that happened on TV, and then there was a completely different version of the show that was on social media. Because it almost seemed like for like a 2 or 3 year period, it seemed like the show was never off. It seemed like there was never a hiatus because it was constant stuff coming up. They weren't even filming and it wasn't on TV, but there was a constant flow of conversation, good, bad, right, or wrong. It got to the point where people were attacking people's businesses, attacking people's character, attacking people's children. It all became too much. And at the end of the day, you have every right to support who you want to support and not like who you don't like. What you don't have the right to do is to try to tear other people's businesses down because of the hate that you hold. That's where we start to find the problems. Everybody should be able to say what they want on their YouTube channel. People should be able to do what they want on TV. People should be able to sell a suit if they want to sell a suit, sell a candle if they want to sell a candle. Everybody should be able to do what they want to do without it being a problem. But social media, baby, social media turned this show into some real live craziness up to the point where people are now in lawsuits because of it. It's way too much.
Yeah, and I think that people start identifying her as a side chick. Now, I don't know if she was or not, but it seemed like it's love and marriage Humpsville. There's a lot of humping going on down in that little town, okay? Um,
Side chicks of Alabama.
I'm late, but I would like to wait what he's saying her name this season. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead and weigh on that. But he said her name, and now we can give her nothing but respect. That is his woman. That is the mother of his one of his children. They are together. Meow.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to she gonna let me see where I'm at now on my little poem because I read the poem. Do y'all feel like Carlos did his thing this season?
I feel like it's a breath of fresh air to not still be talking about the comeback group and the M&Ms. Like I felt like this almost like okay, it's refreshing. Like I don't feel that pressure that I usually feel whenever I try to review the show. Like that's why I stopped watching for a while because it just felt deep, dark, and almost like demonic at one point.
Hmm.
Whenever I was watching the show, I was like, okay, it's a breath of fresh air, and I just hope it don't turn into, another thing that we had, with the M&Ms. But as it stands right now, it was a breath of fresh air. Let's see.
How'd you feel, Shauna?
It feels new, and I like that. And a couple things. I hope that this season don't last 2 years and 43 months. I hope he doesn't drag everything out. But for the first episode, it feels new and it feels different, and I liked it. It was good to see Wanda back. It was good to have her back on TV. We know she's gonna be cutting up this season, and we're here for it. But it's good. It felt fresh. It felt like a fresh start. That's why I want Wanda to get off this cheating thing with Marceau, so we can let it be new. Cause that's so old. Like, let it be new. Let's refresh this thing and keep it going so we can see where the show can actually go and hopefully keep a lot of the negativity out of it.
Yes, Miss Wanda is the show. Miss Wanda gonna come in with a flash and dash, and if it start dropping low, Miss Wanda gonna bring it up. Okay, I was extremely impressed too with the first episode. The cast definitely came to work this season. I am so glad to see the progress of everything they're doing. We're gonna get to see Scott's Manor. We're gonna get to see Miss Wanda at work on her food truck. We're going to get to see some of Kimmy's and Maurice's projects. We're going to get to see Black. They are going to be bringing Black in. If y'all down in the Alabama section,
I
y'all go
want
to
a damn potato, Miss Wanda. Them
well,
things
we
good.
had a potato. But listen to this.
It's good. That's why I want another one.
Me and NIECY actually went to Black. Now, NIECY will tell you, it was so clean in there. The bathroom was clean.
Nice.
It was very nice. The restaurant was the bomb diggity, and I'm telling you, and the
Woo,
drinks to get you drunk.
them chicken wings, honey.
Yes, baby. I don't want to hear about no
See,
more infidelity. We're gonna catch a little bit of that this season. Go ahead, Shayna. Oh, look, you got your nail, your thumb up, so I thought you was raising your hand. Please don't mention certain names in the
and
chat.
see, I gotta make my way down to Black because I need a jive turkey cigar with some brown liquor. I love a
Baby.
good cigar. I
And
love a
and
good cigar.
you can
I couldn't sit in there where they were doing the cigars, but they do have a good ventilation system that pulls the smoke in, so you don't smell it through the whole little lounge or whatever. So I did like that part. That they got some really good air filters in there for people who don't smoke.
yes, it was very clean, and the wait staff was very professional. Is Carlos doing a show in Texas? I don't know, but Carlos got some things cooking, y'all. He really do. It's good to hear that they have nice establishment. It was a good season opener. Y'all, let them truffle fries for me. Lucky Charm 25 has evidently been there. The truffle fries were good. I was so drunk. I mean, I was calling NIECY name because I was so drunk, y'all, off of 2 drinks, okay?
Listen. I went down the street, y'all. I told Marcella where I was going. I said I'm gonna go down here and check out Dennis McKinley's club. What's his club's name? Um, damn, I can't think of the name
It's
of him right now.
closed now anyway.
But okay, I went down there with a friend. Me and him just sat in there, had a drink, kicking it. I came back. I know one, but 45 minutes later, I drive up, y'all. NIECY, NIECY, NIECY. And I'm like, why is she calling me? She know I just took her I was going down the cruise. Thank y'all. I went down the cruise just to see what was going on. NIECY. And I walked up the hood. I was like, why are you screaming my name? Because if I lost you, your husband would have been mad.
I
Like
was
I was
drunk.
10 years old. Like, y'all, that was so
I was
funny.
drunk. Yes, it was
I thought
when I
I lost you.
and y'all, we tasted the chocolate champagne. It was so 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 good. The
Yes,
club
that's
was
good.
called Crow. The
That's
club,
good.
yes, and Miss Wanda had a fabulous
They're
party
still
there.
selling
Okay,
chocolate in a bottle.
yeah, they still sell chocolate in the bottle. They sure do.
It
So
is good.
y'all make sure
I got to
y'all
get some.
support. I was enjoying myself. I was toe up from the
My
flow. Okay.
baby, I got some stuff on video that I won't never show.
Was she dancing on tables? Was she dancing on? I feel like Marcella
Baby,
go and dance on tables.
Marcella was running the place, okay? Like Letitia and her friends was there. Marcella like, we need some lemon drops. Everybody got lemon drops. Marcella was like, up, down. I was like, what kind of house is this? Up, down. And that was looking at her like, what?
Yes, yes, I was drunk.
But Marcella had a whole little toast going there. She was running
Yeah,
the place, okay? And Marcella was more like the celebrity in there, okay, than the cast, okay? And
I was
I sat back in the cut, y'all. I'm one of those people that I'm not impressed by, much. So I'm sitting back in the cut, just chilling or whatever. But Marcella was running the whole club, y'all. I did have a couple of friends that came, and I
yes.
was very happy that they came. And we've been
Like
friends
I told
about
them,
10 years.
we rented
So yeah,
a house
we had a
down
good little
there.
time in Huntsville.
Yeah, we rented a house and then we went by the FBI. We went by the real FBI. And then I've never seen red dirt before. And I got a chance to see red clay. And Nisi told me that people eat that. I said, oh my God, well, we're not going to do that. And
They
then when
do.
we went to Miss
They
Wanda
do.
party, do y'all know I parked on top of a cemetery? I didn't even know that either.
The girl parked on the woman's grave, and the woman had to come to the house and say, "Who car is that?" And I just knew she won't. That wasn't gonna say our car. Parked on the woman mama grave, and it was her birthday, and she had flowers for her. I was like, "I be damned."
Look,
Parked
listen,
on a woman grave,
Lord
and
Jesus.
I didn't even know it was a graveyard right where we were at. I thought the graveyard started on the other.
you know what I
But
said? It's a
whole
lot of
girl
parking
graveyard.
here. I said it's a lot of parking here, and I parked right on the graveyard, not even knowing it was a graveyard. But y'all, let me tell you about this next week because I want Shauna to speak on it. Next week, the episode is called "I Am Knuff," and it's going to be about Ken and Trisha recount Marquez outbursts. It's going to be about Martell and Destiny talk about the future, and then Scott Manor is taking shape. And Letitia is nervous about MJ going to college. We get to see their kids going to college. Maurice tries to talk to Marquez. Trisha and Ken and Marquez will face off in an explosive fashion. Now, y'all know next week I'm gonna try to when I fly back in, I'm gonna try to catch the show quick, quick, quick. We're gonna have this same panel. I am excited that we got talking shit with Shauna because y'all know she is a woman of wisdom. Nisi is a woman of wisdom, and these two ladies got more titties than I'll ever have in my entire life. So y'all go ahead and talk about. So y'all please, shout out to college students. So Shauna, tell me what you really feel about the Ken Marquez Trisha. I just don't want to see that.
I think I think that Ken means well. But I think Ken is doing too much. I think Ken is pushing too hard. I think Ken is trying to force feed a situation. When you look at Trish, she has a blank affect. She looks like she's not
She
even in the
tired.
room. She looks like she don't give a damn about nothing that's going on. She looks like she's not even present. And for me, for Kim, for you to love the girl as much as you want to believe you do, you gotta see that. You gotta see that this girl is not where you are. It feels like Ken is like a freight train that's already left the station. He don't give a shit about what nobody is talking about. He want to marry her. He want to marry her. That's it. When we get married, when we do this, we do that. Are you even looking at this girl? You rubbing that eye, she like this. She's not even there. And I think that they need to actually, Trisha needs counseling. Number one, Trisha needs grief counseling. We got to start with the fact that that woman lost a mother, a father, and a sibling in a very small period of time. You got to let her figure herself out through her grief, through her pain. And then while going through that, the person you're married to, supposed to have your back more than anybody, abandons you. Like, that's losing four separate people. I don't think Ken respects that the way that he should. I don't think he honors that the way that he should. But on the flip side, I think, this is just my opinion, Trisha. I think Trisha wants Ken to beat the hell out of Marquez. I think she wants him to. I think she encourages it. I think she slick says stuff to get the fire started. And if Ken haul off and beat the brakes off of him, I think she's going to be smiling on the inside because she has to keep it normal. But she smiles on the inside when she sees Ken buck up against Marquez. I think that excites her. I think that's the one thing about Ken that makes her like, look at him, whoop his ass, whoop his ass, get him. But
And
other than
then
that,
she'll
their
get rid
story
of
to me is kind of a non-starter. It gives right
she'll get
Marquez will
rid
be
of
in the
two
hospital and
birds.
Ken will be Marquez will be in the hospital and Ken will be in jail, and then she can finally have some damn peace and figure out her own life.
Yes,
Because that's
That's
what
you're
what
the
I
hell's
right.
think
gonna happen.
gonna happen.
I think Ken needs to calm down, and Trish needs to step up, and Marquez needs to grow up.
Marquez is very, very manipulative. You could tell that just by this episode. He's manipulative. He's um just straight up weird. Like he almost act like he's stuck at about 19, 18, 19 years old. Like almost like he's been to jail and you know what I'm saying? Like he's emotionally stuck and being manipulative, and you could tell that he used the kids all the time to try to talk to her and stuff like that, and I just don't like that at all.
Me either.
And I agree with you. I agree that she needs some time because the baby had been through a lot,
Yep.
been
And
through
you know
a
what? My
lot.
worst part of this whole
That's what I was
episode,
trying to think of. Arrested Development. Thank you. I'm tired, y'all. I'm
yeah,
tired. I've been up since early this morning.
my worst part of the show is when the son had to keep telling him, go outside, go outside, go outside. That really hurt me. That was in it. But y'all, I got some big news now. Next Saturday, I will be in Philadelphia at the City Winery. I am going to see Joy Carter from the Real House Love and Marriage um, DC. I will be there. Miss Bree, y'all need to go on my community wall. Miss Bree makes tumblers. Y'all, she has made Joy Carter the best tumbler ever. Not only that, I want to show y'all the tumbler. I mean, I got the tumbler all packed up in my suitcase, but let me show you what they gave me. These ladies are really, really special. But I will be at the Cine Winery next Saturday. Now look at this. They made me this wonderful plate. They made me this wonderful plate. It was so touching. When I read it, I actually got tears in my eyes. And they also made me a plate with my mom from her funeral. This really touched me. So y'all go into the community tab and y'all gonna see I made a post of Breeze tumblers. And y'all support, support, support. Miss Bree with
Support, y'all.
yeah, Miss.
Oh, let me mention this, Marcella.
Mhm.
Somebody sent me a Mickey Mouse blanket that had Aunt Niecy on it, and I don't have my phone, but a Mickey Mouse phone cover. And whoever sent me that didn't put any kind of gift receipt, and I don't know who sent it, but whoever sent it, I love you. Thank you. I love me some Mickey Mouse.
Don't I know?
Everybody knows that. You see him back here. I love me some Mickey. So yeah. Oh, those are so nice.
That's what Bree makes. Bree makes them, and I ordered it, and Bree had me my stuff 4 days afterwards. Now, y'all, let's not forget we got a
Oh,
celebrity.
thank you, Bree.
Bree sent you a cup. It's at my house. I just gotta send it to you.
Oh, okay.
Y'all, we got this delirium. Tale of sex and love. Now, I'm gonna tell you, we got a
I need
celebrity.
book two.
We got to get this. This book is from our own Jim. She is in our chat right now. Please put in the chat where they can get your books, baby. Baby, this will give you a new kind of spice in your life. You need to get
Her
her.
books are available on Etsy, on Pinterest, and Amazon. All three. They're available on all three websites. You can find them there. Also, we have a online book club, Patreon /Lust and Literature. I'm writing the book, and we are having adult conversations not made for those of you with delicate sensibilities. Just be advised when you
And
come
tell
over
them
there, it gets
who's
real grown.
hosting that. Who's going to
Just
be
so you know.
talking? You're going to be talking. Let them know.
I be- because I am the literary muse for Delirium, I also read the book. And what we're doing now, we're going to finish up book one, then do a live so you can have a full on conversation with our author, MC Kenzie, to talk about the book and how she started writing and everything about her. So we can get into book two, so we can go ahead and finally make it to book three because I want to talk
And
about the
when
whole
is this
process.
gonna be? Cause you know I love the whole sex thing.
Adult conversation. I've been trying to get I've been trying to get to you, Niecy. Me and you got to talk later anyway. Got to talk to you by yourself.
I gotta
But
start
I
looking at my
want to do.
DMs,
I
y'all.
want to.
I've been going through a lot this year, and my DMs are full. So y'all bear with me. Don't you have my number?
You know it's funny.
Your
You
number.
do stuff.
My number.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Your,
call you. But funny thing is, you do stuff for Marcella. You need people to do stuff for you. She said number.
she
Marcella's
said
so silly.
number.
You know, listen, you know that I don't get up here and try to use my business voice. I feel like if I'm gonna be up here, I'm gonna talk how I talk every day at the house. Okay, so
But y'all, I like to
I'm
thank
not,
y'all.
I'm not using the business voice, y'all. I'm just sorry.
I
Like
just love y'all.
She
I
said we
like,
don't deserve her business voice, y'all. Y'all heard that? She said we don't deserve it.
we don't do
but
business
baby,
voices.
my husband just came in, but I'm gonna read the poem one more time. But before I leave, I like to thank the panel. Talking shit with Shayna is a content creator. Y'all go over there and subscribe to her
I
page.
am. I
Subscribe
am.
to Speak with Your Girl Marcella. And Niecy, of course, does her gardening on our page. I want y'all to know that every
Hit me
week,
up on IG. Help me
uh,
get to 75K on IG. I'm at 74.9. So come on over to IG. It's Entertainment T Uncut. Follow me over there. I do have a YouTube page, but I don't do anything with it. But it's called The Queen's Cave. If you guys want to
I'm getting
subscribe.
started. I'm starting over with my channel, so please subscribe to me, y'all, because I'm trying to get monetized. You guys help me get there. Help me get there. Come on, help you. Build
now
your girl up right quick.
every week, y'all, we're gonna all three be back to review the show because they're not going to agree with me and I'm not going to always agree with them, but we're going to stay super duper positive. We do not want to start talking about the ex cast mates. It's several of them. We want to bring and lighten up the load on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So, y'all, I'd like to thank y'all for coming. What I'm going to do is read this poem one more time so NIECY can get a clip of this poem. And we're going to have a poem section every week. I'm going to write a poem. And y'all, for y'all that want to meet me, July 26th, next Saturday, I will be in Philadelphia at the City Winery to see Joy Carter and her band, and I will stay there overnight, and I will fly back here, and Sunday we will be back live. All three of us, Talking Shit with Shanna, NIECY, and myself will be back over here. So y'all, thank y'all for coming. I'm gonna drop y'all and read this poem one more time before I leave. My husband has gotten home. Thank y'all. NIECY just signed herself off. Dig. Okay, here go, y'all. Love and Marriage Huntsville. Carlos King did his thing. There are surprises and bumps in the road. We see Carlos has selected the right cast. He has broke the reality TV code. On Love and Marriage Huntsville this season, all the aces are in their places. Now, sure enough, Miss Wanda pulls up. Marceau definitely gives a fuck. She put her son-in-law on the spot. Sure enough, Miss Wanda said respond and connect those dots. Tisha has discussed and grounded her communication, but Marceau knows from Miss Wanda there will be no fornication. Kimmy, Monster, and Reese talking to their sons going away to college. He needs peace. Monster opens up about the DUI and his friends' jokes. Maurice and Kimmy was right. Don't listen to those folks. Kimmy and Maurice talks about all their successful projects. While it's alleged Chris is talking about the Scotsmen having sex. Kimmy got straight to it and questions about the NDAs. If Reese says the wrong answer, the Scott women might be parting their ways. Reese said, I don't have no side chicks. I bet those non-watchers will debate for that answer for views and clicks. Destiny introduced us to her life of real estate. An old friend drops by, and Martell is telling us how he and Destiny relate. Destiny introduced us. They both are single parents. Did y'all catch the shade? Wow, I felt it cut like a blade. He brings up Arionne. Boom, boom. Y'all, Martell is clearing the internet rooms. She's his woman. She might get that ring. Let you know that this is not, letting you know this is not a fling. It's absolutely a slap and a ding. Boy, on those meter faces, I bet you it stings. Now, Destiny brings up about the Scotsman thing. She emphasizes he's rebuilding. He needs to resolve this thing, but he's not unwilling. We now see Big Ken and little Marquez. Marquez keeps messing around. Ken's gonna kick his ass. It takes a real man to accept another man's kids. Like a brother, I do believe Destiny and Tell relationship. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, take another man's kids. It does accept to take another man's kid. Wait a minute, I done lost the daggone page. Wait a minute, y'all. I done lost the page up here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, oh, there you go. Here it go. It takes a real man to accept another man's kids. Marquez said one thing and do another thing, but in his heart, he forbids. Set a play date with the kids. Marquez is not in this time. But what does he care? He gets a play date and he don't even have to spend a dime. Nell is talking about Lance struggling with his new baby. What? We didn't even know Lance had another lady. Nell was mad because how people came after her for speaking to Martell and his significant other. Nell, I'm questioning you. Are you a follower or a mother? Martell wants Nell to say sorry, and she does apologize. But deep down inside, she knows that Martell tell plenty of lies. Like a brother, I do believe destiny entails relationship, so everyone has to get a grip. He wants to know, is it true? Did Lance have a baby on Destiny? The Fletchers didn't want any parts of that scrutiny. Trish speaks with a friend Sharon about her drama with Ken and Marquez menship. She can't believe that these two dodo birds are trying to get a friendship. Marquez walks inside the house, quiet as a mouse, but he begins to bust them lips. But Sharon, baby, looks like she and Trish will jump those hips. Um, Tune in this season. Watch and see. If you don't have cable TV, watch it on OWN Network on your phone. It will be free. Next week, am Kenoff is the episode. Now looking at it will be very tough. I know you hate to love it, but you must admit, not a meter dwarf. You can join the crew as a Bessemer cutoff. And good night. That is Miss Wanda's new t-shirt, y'all. Bessemer cutoffs. And she going to be cutting people off. So y'all go over there and check out Dear Ree. She is about to review the show. And I love y'all. Good night. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye.